What terrifies people the most is not anger, it's not shouting, it's not even rejection. What truly terrifies them is silence. Because silence is mysterious, silence is unpredictable, silence forces them to face themselves without distraction. And when the person they thought they controlled suddenly goes quiet, suddenly stops explaining, stops chasing, stops giving them power, that silence becomes their nightmare. They thought you'd beg, they thought you'd fight, they thought you'd break without them. But instead, you did the one thing they never expected. You vanished into strength. You gave them nothing. No calls, no texts, no explanations, just silence. And that silence is louder than 1,000 words. Every day, they replay what they said. Every night, they wonder if you're gone for good. They question themselves, doubt themselves, fear what your silence means. The confidence they once wore like armor begins to crack. Their pride turns into panic. Because the truth hits them hard, you don't need them anymore. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength, and that is what your silence proves. You are no longer their puppet. You are no longer their victim. You are in control of yourself, and that control terrifies them more than anything else." This video is your blueprint. I'm going to show you how to use silence not as weakness, but as absolute power. How to make your quiet presence louder than their noise. How to flip the power dynamic so completely that they no longer know where they stand. But first, I want you to drop this in the comments right now. My silence is my power. My quiet is their fear. Number 1, silence breaks their illusion of control. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself, and nothing proves mastery more than silence." Understand this: when you react, they win. When you defend, they win. When you argue, they win. Because every word you give them is proof that they still have influence over you. But when you choose silence, you shatter their illusion of control. They thought they had you mapped out. They thought they knew your every reaction. They expected anger. They expected weakness. They expected you to come crawling back. But instead, you gave them nothing. No words, no reactions, just calm, unshakable silence. And that silence is a storm in their mind. They don't know if you've moved on. They don't know if you're planning something. They don't know if they'll ever hear from you again. And that uncertainty is torture, because silence forces them to sit alone with the truth, that they no longer control you, that you are not desperate, that you are untouchable. This is why silence is not retreat. It's a declaration of strength. It's you saying, "I no longer dance to your tune." Your quiet becomes a mirror, forcing them to see their own weakness, their own mistakes, their own fragility, and that mirror terrifies them. The next time they try to bait you with games, manipulation, or emotional hooks, pause. Do nothing. Let them choke on their own noise. Hold your silence like a sword, because the longer you stay quiet, the faster their confidence collapses. I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments right now. My silence destroys their illusion of control. Number 2, silence turns their confidence into doubt. Seneca once wrote, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." And that's exactly what your silence does. It forces their imagination to turn against them. When you're gone, when you don't explain, when you don't give them access to your mind, their confidence begins to collapse. The person who once thought they had complete control over you suddenly lies awake at night, wondering what your silence means. Did you move on? Did you outgrow them? Did you finally realize you deserve better? Every possible answer terrifies them because every answer proves one truth: you no longer need them. Understand this. People are not afraid of what they know. They are afraid of what they don't know, and your silence feeds that fear. It leaves them without closure, without certainty, without the comfort of predictability. They begin to second-guess their choices, replay the last words spoken, and question their own worth. Their pride that once looked unshakable becomes fragile. Their confidence that once looked unbreakable turns into doubt. And all of this happens not because you fought, not because you explained, but because you refused to give them anything at all. This is why silence is not weakness. It's strategy. It's not avoidance. It's dominance. By withdrawing, you create a space that forces them to confront what they tried to bury. And in that space, their arrogance withers. Your absence becomes the loudest presence in their life, the silence they cannot escape. The next time you're tempted to break silence just to clear things up, stop. Remember, clarity is their relief. Mystery is their fear. Do not feed them comfort. Let doubt grow inside them. The less you reveal, the more they question themselves. Number 3. Silence shows you're not controlled. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength, and nothing proves this truth more than your silence. When you refuse to react, when you do not run back, when you don't let them drag you into their games, you send the strongest message possible. I control myself. You control nothing." Think about it. They expected you to break. They counted on your weakness. They assumed your emotions would make you chase, explain, or beg. That's how they kept their power, by feeding off your reactions. But when you stop reacting, their entire strategy collapses. Suddenly, they have no grip on you. They can't push your buttons because you've decided there are no buttons left to push. You rise above the chaos, and in doing so, you show them you are not a puppet to their strings. This is the essence of self-mastery. Dependence is weakness, but control is freedom. And your silence is living proof that you don't need their validation, their attention, or their approval. You stand whole without them. You don't just say you're strong, you show it. And that truth terrifies them more than anything, because deep down, they expected to see you crawl. Instead, you rise. Each time you feel that burning urge to reach out, pause and redirect that energy. Channel it into something that builds you. Read, train, create, grow. Every hour you spend on yourself is another brick in the fortress of your independence. Let your silence prove that your life does not orbit around them. I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments right now. I am in control, not them. Number 4. Silence builds respect. Epictetus once said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." Respect is not earned by begging, chasing, or proving yourself. It is earned by walking away with dignity. And nothing screams dignity louder than silence. When you stay quiet, when you refuse to argue or justify, you force them to see you in a different light. They may not admit it, but deep down, they respect the one who doesn't break. People never respect what they can predict. If they know you'll always come back, always explain, always bend, then your value in their eyes collapses. But when you withhold your words, when you stay composed and untouchable, you become unpredictable, and unpredictability commands respect. Suddenly, you're not the one chasing, you're the one holding the power, because silence is not weakness, it's discipline. They can't fight silence. They can fight words. They can twist explanations. They can argue against your pleas. But they can't fight what you don't give them. They're left with nothing but the echo of their own behavior. That's when respect begins to grow, not because you demanded it, but because you showed through action that you're not desperate for it. The next time you feel the itch to defend yourself, stop. Ask yourself, does this raise my value or lower it? If it lowers it, don't say it. If it makes you look like you're chasing, cut it off. Speak only when your words will add to your dignity. Let silence do the heavy lifting, and respect will follow. Number 5.